All right, traders, gamblers, and fellow dopamine seekers, we're back with the daily recap that's louder than a Powell pivot and slightly less annoying than a Trump tweet. I'm your host, Max Pitts. This is Trades and Gains, and today markets went full rocket mode. A tariff truce, bond yields chilling out, and tech throwing a comeback party. Sprinkle in some juicy options flow here, and we've got ourselves a melt up masquerade. Let's go ahead and break all of this down for you today. So, like we always do with every show, let's break down our major index moves for the day. Dow was up 1.78%. That's plus 740 points. Welcome back, Grandpa Stocks, aka old white people market movers. The S&P 500 was up 2.05%, and it looks like risk is back on the menu. And the Nasdaq was up 2.47%, and tech said, let me get in the kitchen and cook real quick. So what lit this fuse exactly? A very convenient trade truce, and an unexpectedly perky consumer confidence reading. Now, let's go ahead and talk about our trade truce. US Trump hits the pause button on that spicy 50% EU tariff until July 9th. Wall Street heard that. They heard that loud and clear and immediately slapped the buy everything button on Amazon Prime. Luxury stocks like LVMH and HESAY perked up. Industrials exhaled, and Twitter went from, we're doomed to buy the dip all within 10 minutes. Very weird, by the way. Anyways, meanwhile, Apple's still in timeout, and China is lurking in the background like a trade war sequel that nobody asked for, by the way. Now, we also had some consumer confidence bounces. It came in at 98.0, which is up from 85.7. And folks, that is not a bounce. That's a straight up trampoline. Sure, people are saving less and delaying washing machine purchases, but hey, the vibes are at least better, right? So everyone's feeling good, feeling great. Now let's talk about some bonds that cooled off. Looks like yields are starting to dip. The 10-year treasury was down to 4.47%, and the 30-year was down to 4.94%. Thanks, Japan, for signaling fewer long-dated bond sales and helping calm global fixed income anxiety. For now, at least. Now, we also saw Nvidia up 3%. The rumor mill says they're dropping a China-friendly AI chip between $6,000 and $8,000. I reported that last week. So yeah, I'm way better than your favorite analyst's analyst. However, earnings are tomorrow after close. If Jensen Huang sneezes wrong, the whole market might wobble and clinch its butt cheeks. DJT stock is down 10%. Trump media wants to YOLO $2.5 billion into Bitcoin, because why not turn your media stock into a Bitcoin ETF with memes? Tesla was up 6%. Euro sales are down 49%, but Elon said he's sleeping in the factory again. Investors took that as daddy's home, baby. Daddy is home. Now let's go ahead and head over to Investor Central Club, our favorite options flow indicator. We're currently running a special where if you use the code 130, you can get your first month for only $30, baby. Anyways, let's kick this bad boy off. We had Tesla come in with 33 million in call flow. The top strike was the $400 call for June 20th. Nvidia, we saw 21 million in call flow. Big action on the 135 calls from March 2026, by the way. SPY, we saw 36 million in total flow, but 29 million were in puts. Someone's not buying this rally or isn't completely sold on it, most likely institutions. We saw Salesforce with a 275 put block for 10.7 million. Now that's what you call some conviction and big balls moves. We saw double dose of $390 calls, $2.89 million blocks. They still think Saylor is our Bitcoin overlord. Some unusual activity. All you have to do is filter here, and we're going to see HIMS with the $50 put with IV over 100%. Dermatology is about to get spicy and dangerous, folks. We also saw Palantir, the 125 call for November. Small cap, but big ambitions. Do we have some more government contracts coming in? And we had Oklo with $7,200 contracts at the $28 put, betting this tiny nuclear name melts down. In the dark pools, we had IWM with a $322 million buy and a $207 million buy. We had Meta with $140 million, Coinbase with $138 million, and BRKB with $305 million. Now, here are some things we're going to be watching. Nvidia earnings, period, because Apple is still in tariff limbo. SPY and QQQ are back above support, but overhead resistance is very hungry. We also have DJT. Bitcoin hype doesn't replace revenue, by the way. Just a heads up. We also have TYX and TNX. If Friday's PCE is hot, yields are back with a vengeance, baby. Now look, today was a real rally. Breadth was strong, flow was real, and tech had a heartbeat. But don't get cozy. Nvidia earnings are a market-moving monster. Tariffs may be paused, but not canceled yet. PCE inflation print could absolutely flip this market and script on its head. And markets are hyped, but they're fragile. Stay nimble, trade the tape, and not your emotions, because let's be honest, they've never guided you correctly in the first place. And remember, when in doubt, follow the flow. Like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss the next panic rally. And hey, drop your favorite sweep of the day in the comments. Let's ride the chaos together. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great night.